The NBA playoffs are rapidly approaching, and we got to thinking, who are some teams that might shock the world? I'm James the Greek,
And I'm the DA.
and this is Man Cave Sports' top 5 teams that could shock the world. DA, we all know who the favorites are in the NBA, but this year there seems to be a little more parity than usual. So we were thinking, who do you think the top 5 teams are that could shock the world? Let's start with your number 5.
Yeah, I love that there's parity. I love that there's no team just like crazy running away. Obviously, the Celtics are great. You look at it in the West, Thunder and the Nuggets are very good teams. You got to watch out for the Nuggets, no matter where they are. But I love that there's a little bit more parity. So there's not just one team you're just looking at going, oh, they're going to win everything no matter what. So it's a lot of fun. I love it. I love the parity especially when it's in the NBA. It creates a lot better rivalries, a lot better playoff games, and you see more games go to longer series. So, with all that being said, my number 5 team that you got to watch out for, may shock the world, is my hometown Phoenix Suns.
I love this pick, but I'll let you tell me why you think the Phoenix Suns have a chance.
Anytime where you have Devin Booker, Durant, the big three, and Beal being there, you got to watch out for this team. The big problem, though, with this team, they have a big drop-off once you get to that bench, these guys aren't starting the game, and it's not like Durant is young, anymore. But you have a big drop-off, but when those 5 are on the court, when those 3 especially are on the court, it is a very good team. Somebody that's formidable, can match up with any 5 out there that any team puts on the court.
Who's your number 4?
My number 4 team, we're going to stay out in the West, the number 4th team in the West, the LA Clippers.
Why do you like the Clippers?
Again, they got, just like a lot of the NBA teams now are doing, they got a big 4 there with Leonard, George, Harden, and Westbrook. When he's healthy, Westbrook still at any point in time can take over a game, and just not as often as they used to. But James Harden, George, Leonard, Kawhi Leonard, I mean, this dude has always been good no matter where he is, no matter who he's playing for. Kawhi Leonard is a stud. He's on the court. They have a chance to win any single night.
To me, Kawhi Leonard, undoubtedly the most underappreciated, underrated superstar in the entire NBA. Who do you have for number 3?
My number 3 team, we're going to go out to the East, the number 7 team in the East, Jimmy Butler's Miami Heat.
Jimmy Butler, who may or may not be Michael Jordan's son.
May or may not be. Just saying, there's a lot of coincidence.
This guy, just like Jordan, when the playoffs come around, he takes it to not only another level, but an even higher level. This dude is amazing. The most clutch playoff performer I have ever seen in the NBA, other than his potential father, Michael Jordan.
Potential father. The only issue with this team, outside of Butler, they play as a team. There's no superstars that just seem to night after night take over teams. Jimmy Butler is a very good basketball player, but again, it seems like everybody's involved. You got 7 players that have 10 points or more, that are averaging 10 points or more. They dish the ball. They get different guys in the game. In the playoffs, are they able to sustain with a game where they get everybody involved versus somebody just taking over? And that's why in the past, Jimmy Butler and the Heat have had success. He's kind of taken over games. If he doesn't take over games, can they sustain that and keep moving on?
You missed one very important thing when talking about the Miami Heat. They have the best head coach in all of basketball, Eric Spoelstra. This guy can outcoach almost anybody. There's a reason why he's been there since Shaquille O'Neal was there.
Very true. That's a great point.
Who do you have for number 2?
Going to come back out to the West. We're going to go with the Dallas Mavericks.
The Dallas Mavericks. They're an interesting one. Why did you pick them number 2?
Well, anytime you've got Luka on the court, this dude is incredible. I saw him single-handedly take apart the Suns a couple years ago. He is an absolutely incredible player. Kyrie bring the ball up. He has been playing great as well. So you've got Kyrie, you got Luka. They may be the 7th team out in the West, but with those two on the court, they work incredibly well together. It's just that they don't have a whole lot of stuff after that? Who else are they going to be able to step up and play? But if those two guys are on the court and the way Luka takes over games, it doesn't matter. You can't stop them.
There's only one thing that could possibly stop them, and that's if Kyrie Irving walks to the edge of the earth and falls off, because as we know, it's flat.
It is flat, according to Kyrie.
I remember a while ago, a few years ago, we actually tried to start a GoFundMe to send Kyrie to outer space to prove that the earth wasn't flat, but unfortunately, not enough people donated to our cause.
Not quite enough. We almost got there.
Almost. We were just a couple of billion short. Finally, who do you have for number one?
My number one team that may or may not shock the world. They are going to make the playoffs. We're going with the New York Knicks.
Think about how crazy it is that we said the Knicks could shock the world and win a championship. They haven't been relevant for 2 decades. But why did you choose them number one?
Well, the fact that they haven't been relevant is shocking the world that they are relevant right now. Jalen Brunson, the way this guy has been playing, player of the week this last week, absolutely destroying it. I think he averaged 35 points this week, or the last week when he was player of the week. They've got 4 of the last 5 games. They've come away with wins. They're 4th in the East right now. They've been playing good basketball. Again, some of those wins have been against some pretty weak opponents. But in general, very good basketball team. Randall is killing on rebounds, scoring a lot of points as well. So if you're looking at this team and saying, if they keep this momentum going, they keep that going. They've obviously fourth in the East, which is a very competitive, very tight East. And they just win a couple games at the very end of the year, keep the momentum going. You watch out.
Jalen Brunson is playing like a top 5 player in the entire NBA. The trade for OG Anunoby was fantastic. And like you said, Julius Randle is a beast on the boards. The only problem is he hasn't been healthy for a while. And if he comes back healthy and Mitchell Robinson comes back healthy, they have a significant chance to make it to at least the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolutely.
We want to know who you like. Drop us a line in the comments and we'll get back to you.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button. More likes equals more great content for you. And if you haven't, subscribe now.